Have you ever felt constantly tired, weak, or even irritable without knowing why? You've tried getting enough sleep and eating well, but nothing seems to improve your condition. Imagine waking up one morning, stepping out of bed, and suddenly feeling like your legs have no strength, every movement feels heavy, or your mind is foggy and unable to focus. This isn't just due to stress or lack of sleep. It could be a dangerous sign that most people, even doctors, often overlook. Did you know that a potassium deficiency could be the cause of all these symptoms? And what's even more alarming is that you could be suffering from severe potassium deficiency without even realizing it. The body has a sophisticated compensation mechanism, which means that even if your blood test results appear normal, your internal organs may already be suffering from a lack of potassium. So how can you tell if you're lacking potassium? In this video, I will share 7 common signs of potassium deficiency that doctors might miss. If you or someone you know is experiencing any of these symptoms, don't ignore them, as they can directly impact your quality of life and health. Stay until the end of this video because I will not only help you identify these warning signs but also show you the right way to replenish potassium so you can restore your health naturally and safely. Now, let's explore potassium's vital role in the body and why a deficiency in this essential mineral can lead to serious health consequences that you might not expect. Did you know that potassium is one of the most essential minerals in the human body, yet it often gets overlooked compared to calcium, iron, or vitamin D? Most people understand that calcium strengthens bones and iron helps produce blood cells, but few realize that potassium plays a crucial role in thousands of biological processes. An imbalance in potassium levels can lead to serious consequences, even life-threatening conditions. So, what exactly is potassium? Potassium is an electrolyte that helps maintain fluid balance in the body, regulate blood pressure, support nerve function, and ensure that muscles contract efficiently. Most importantly, it plays a critical role in heart function.
Why are we so prone to potassium deficiency? Although potassium is found in many foods, a large number of people still fail to consume enough of it daily. Several factors contribute to this deficiency, including a diet lacking in fresh vegetables and fruits, consuming too many processed foods, excessive intake of caffeine or alcohol, which causes potassium loss through urine, certain medical conditions like diabetes, digestive disorders, or the use of diuretics, which deplete potassium levels more rapidly. The consequences of potassium deficiency. If the deficiency is mild, you might just feel a bit tired, experience muscle aches or occasional cramps. But if the deficiency becomes severe, it can lead to irregular heart rhythms, significant muscle weakness, and even an increased risk of stroke or heart failure. What's even more concerning is that your body can regulate potassium levels in your blood to keep them within a normal range. So even if a blood test shows that your potassium levels are normal, you could still be severely deficient without realizing it. So, how can you tell if your body is lacking potassium? Let's go through the 7 most common signs of potassium deficiency that you might be overlooking. Sign number 1. Unusual weakness and fatigue. Have you ever felt like your body loses strength more quickly than usual? Even a short walk or carrying a light bag makes you feel exhausted. If you used to climb stairs effortlessly, but now feel weak and shaky after just one flight, you could be suffering from potassium deficiency. Why does potassium deficiency cause muscle weakness? Potassium is a vital electrolyte that maintains fluid balance and transmits nerve signals to your muscles. When potassium levels drop too low, muscles don't receive proper signals, leading to fatigue, weakness, and even muscle tremors during activity. How to fix it? Increase potassium-rich foods. Bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, salmon, coconut water. Limit processed foods and high-sodium meals, as too much sodium can deplete potassium. Stay hydrated to improve potassium absorption and muscle function. If your muscle weakness worsens over time, especially if it's accompanied by dizziness or difficulty controlling movement, see a doctor to check your potassium levels.
Sign number 2. Brain fog, difficulty focusing, and irritability. Do you often feel mentally foggy, struggle to concentrate, or get irritated over small things? If this happens frequently and isn't due to stress or lack of sleep, potassium deficiency could be the cause. Why does potassium deficiency affect brain function? Potassium plays a key role in transmitting nerve signals throughout the body, including the brain. When potassium levels are too low, neurons don't function efficiently, leading to mental sluggishness, trouble concentrating, and increased irritability. Common symptoms: slower thinking, making it hard to focus at work or study, easily frustrated over minor issues, feeling on edge, lack of motivation or emotional imbalance, even without major stress. How to fix it? Eat potassium-rich foods like avocados, oranges, watermelon, lentils, and potatoes. Reduce caffeine and alcohol intake as they accelerate potassium loss. Engage in light exercise, which boosts blood circulation to the brain. If you frequently experience mental fog and difficulty focusing, consider adjusting your diet and replenishing potassium naturally. If symptoms persist or worsen, consult a doctor for further evaluation. Sign number 3. Muscle cramps, twitching, or uncontrolled muscle spasms. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sudden leg cramp? Or maybe you've noticed random muscle twitches in your eyelids, fingers, or legs. If this happens frequently, potassium deficiency could be to blame. Why does potassium deficiency cause cramps and spasms? Potassium helps regulate electrical signals between nerves and muscles. When potassium levels are too low, these signals become disrupted, causing muscle contractions, cramping, and involuntary spasms. Common symptoms: sudden, painful muscle cramps, especially at night or after physical activity. Involuntary muscle twitches, often in the eyelid, fingers, or calves. Muscle stiffness, particularly in the morning or after prolonged sitting. How to fix it? Increase potassium intake with foods like bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, salmon, and almonds. Stay hydrated, as dehydration can worsen muscle spasms. Limit sodium-rich processed foods, which can interfere with potassium balance. If you experience frequent cramps or muscle spasms, especially if accompanied by muscle weakness or pain, it's best to get your potassium levels checked to rule out a deficiency.
Sign number 4. Constipation, bloating, and digestive issues. Do you often experience constipation, bloating, or slow digestion even when eating a balanced diet? If this issue persists despite consuming enough fiber, potassium deficiency could be the hidden cause. Why does potassium deficiency affect digestion? Potassium is essential for regulating muscle contractions in the digestive tract. When potassium levels are low, intestinal muscles become sluggish, making it harder for food to move through the digestive system, leading to constipation and bloating. Common symptoms: persistent constipation, even with sufficient fiber and water intake. Frequent bloating and abdominal discomfort, especially after meals. Slow digestion, sometimes accompanied by mild nausea. How to fix it? Eat potassium-rich foods like avocados, coconut water, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens. Stay hydrated, as water supports digestion and potassium absorption. Incorporate fermented foods like yogurt and kimchi to promote gut health. If you've adjusted your diet but constipation and bloating persist, potassium deficiency could be the culprit, and it's worth having your levels checked. Sign number 5. Rapid heartbeat, irregular heart rhythm, or palpitations. Have you ever felt your heart racing unexpectedly, or noticed moments where your heartbeat feels irregular or out of sync? If this happens often and without a clear reason, potassium deficiency might be the cause. Why does potassium deficiency affect the heart? Potassium plays a crucial role in maintaining stable electrical signals in the heart. When potassium levels drop too low, these signals become disrupted, leading to palpitations, irregular heartbeats, and even dangerous arrhythmias. Common symptoms: a noticeably fast heartbeat, even when at rest. Irregular heartbeat, fluctuating between fast and slow rhythms. Shortness of breath or mild dizziness, especially when standing up suddenly. How to fix it? Increase potassium intake with foods like bananas, avocados, beans, salmon, and leafy greens. Reduce caffeine, alcohol, and sugary drinks, as they can deplete potassium. Practice deep breathing and stress management, as anxiety can worsen heart palpitations. If you frequently experience irregular heart rhythms or palpitations, especially if they come with dizziness or fatigue, see a doctor immediately to rule out a severe potassium imbalance.
Sign number 6. Swelling, water retention, especially in hands and feet. Have you noticed that your fingers feel swollen, your rings feel tighter, or your ankles appear puffy even without an obvious cause? If this happens frequently, potassium deficiency could be the reason. Why does potassium deficiency cause swelling? Potassium and sodium work together to regulate fluid balance in the body. When potassium levels drop, the body retains excess sodium, leading to water retention and noticeable swelling, especially in the hands, feet, and ankles. Common symptoms: swollen fingers or hands, especially in the morning or after standing for long periods. Puffy ankles or feet with a heavy, tight sensation. A feeling of bloating or general water retention, sometimes even in the face. How to fix it? Increase potassium intake with foods like spinach, coconut water, sweet potatoes, and beans. Reduce salt consumption, as excessive sodium worsens fluid retention. Drink plenty of water, which helps flush out excess sodium and supports potassium balance. If swelling persists or worsens, it could be a sign of a more severe potassium imbalance, so consider getting your levels checked by a doctor. Sign number 7. Muscle pain and stiffness without heavy activity. Do you often wake up feeling sore, stiff, or achy all over, even when you haven't done any intense physical activity? If this happens frequently, potassium deficiency could be the cause. Why does potassium deficiency cause muscle pain? Potassium is essential for muscle flexibility and reducing inflammation. When potassium levels drop, muscles don't receive enough energy, leading to tightness, discomfort, and low-level inflammation that can cause chronic soreness. Common symptoms: unexplained muscle soreness, especially in the morning. Stiff joints, making it hard to move freely after sitting or sleeping. Lingering muscle aches, even without prior physical exertion. How to fix it? Increase potassium intake with foods like bananas, avocados, coconut water, leafy greens, and salmon. Do light stretching or yoga, which can improve blood flow and reduce stiffness. Stay hydrated, as dehydration can worsen muscle discomfort. If you frequently experience muscle pain without an apparent reason, potassium deficiency might be the underlying issue. If symptoms persist or worsen, consult a doctor for a proper evaluation.
If you recognize one or more of these symptoms, don't overlook them. Potassium deficiency isn't just an inconvenience. It can lead to serious health problems if left unaddressed. How to maintain healthy potassium levels? Eat more potassium-rich foods. Bananas, avocados, sweet potatoes, spinach, salmon, coconut water. Reduce processed foods, fast food, and high-sodium meals, as they deplete potassium levels. Stay hydrated, as proper water intake helps your body absorb and regulate potassium effectively. Incorporate light physical activity, which can improve circulation and potassium absorption. When should you see a doctor? If you experience severe symptoms like irregular heartbeat, extreme muscle weakness, or persistent issues that don't improve with diet changes, consult a healthcare professional to get your potassium levels checked. Share this information to help others. If you found this information helpful, like, comment, and share to help more people recognize the signs of potassium deficiency and protect their health. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more essential health insights in upcoming videos. Always listen to your body, because your health is your most valuable asset.